Welcome back. 8 days ago this channel named a price on Binance Coin, and the tape has now walked the whole way to it. The call paid nothing until two conditions were met in order. A close above the falling boundary of the triangle, then a close above 579.79, the level that ended it. Both arrived within 2 hours of that video going out. 578.76 took the boundary. Then the next candle closed 579.84, 5 cents over. The widest leg of the pattern measured 30.28 and carried up from the boundary it projected 606.15. 3 checkpoints stood between price and that number. The first, 585.87, fell in the very next hour. 6 hours after that, the second checkpoint went as well, 593.47, a weekly high left behind earlier in the year. Then the advance slowed and spent 5 days grinding out higher lows toward the third. The third checkpoint, 602.31, printed only 2 hours before the high. Every level the update named on the way up was taken, and taken in the order it gave them. Then the high, 605.5 against a projection of 606.15. The thrust stopped 65 cents under the number after delivering 98% of the measured move. Now the honest half of that grade. 605.5 is one print, in 1 hour out of 1,000 hours in this window. The second highest print anywhere in the file is 604.58, and the highest close of all is 603.85. So the target was reached and never held, which makes it a hit and an unfinished one at the same time, and both halves belong in the grade. What it bought was the highest print in 7 weeks. Now for the harder half of the video. A triangle only ever sits in the position before the last leg of its sequence, so a thrust that is spent ends the sequence with it. That is about position, not about labels, so test the labels. Count a 5 up from the low at 537.25, and the third wave measures 21 cents shorter than the first. The third may never be the shortest. Stretch that third wave higher to repair it, and the fourth then trades almost $7 inside the first, which the overlap rule refuses just as flatly, so no finished 5 off that low gets claimed here. The tape does not offer one. What it did build is smaller and easier to check, 5 waves down from the high. $10 to 595.23, back to 603.71, then 13 more down. A bounce back to 594.68, and then a fifth leg into 585.30. $20 of decline in all, laid out across 53 hours. Every hard rule passes on that count, but one of them by almost nothing. The fourth wave topped 594.68, while the first wave bottomed 595.23. 55 cents of room is what the whole reading rests on. Price is 591.78, roughly a third of that decline recovered. If the labeling holds, the rebound stalls between 595.40 and 597.78, and the 50-hour average sits inside that band. Below, the first shelf is 38% of the entire advance, 579.43, sitting 36 cents from the very door the thrust came through. One print above 605.5 retires all of it, because a second wave may not exceed its own origin. Under the shelf, 571, then 563. Educational analysis, never advice. New counts land every day, so subscribe to keep score with us, like the video if the rules earned it, and share it forward.